and this has got a severe flare. Okay, this has got a little bit of contraction beyond the vertical. Not much.
I know it. It's
Probably 3/16 of an inch or so. But I'm going to take this down a little bit and get rid of some of this flare.
Dave, when you say a sheared heel, explain to me what that is.
Okay, that's from a long-term unbalanced foot. And this was longer for quite a period of time.
No, this was
And it
a lot
was
shorter.
Well, what it is, it's appearance of being shorter because the contraction beyond the vertical.
Oh, okay. No, I see.
This part of the heel is pushed in, but it's also pushing up, which this bulb is higher and mashed.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay?
If you mapped it, Nancy, you'd see that your map line wouldn't come along here. It's like this.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So what's happened with this being long-term high, that's why this has such a wide flare. Okay? Because it's the weaker wall. Because of its natural angle. This being near vertical, the inside walls are always near vertical. They're never flared out.
Yeah.
Okay? So I'm going to take this down just a little. See how that broke off? It doesn't want to be
It's all
there.
dead. Yeah, it's all dead and sticking in my upper.
This I'm going to take down just a tiny bit. This is where, that's where most of the beyond the vertical really is. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all this and make it totally passive to the ground. So it's not pushing up anymore. Then I'm going to go to this part of the toe and I'm going to rocker that down so when she is at rest, she's going to rock her on that toe, eliminating even more pressure because most of the time she's going to be at rest. What she's going to do is rock to the toe, relieving more pressure, and those heels pop right down. And it'll start to open up at the same time it's coming down.
Okay.
I'm making real careful strokes down here because I'm just above soft tissue and that's where I want to stop for obvious reasons.
Is this the one that was acting up or that one?
The other one.
This one is
This one?
asleep that he's working on.
This the one?
No, this one just wants to come to the pond.
Is there something wrong?
No, there's not, but there might be. Well, I think there's
I had to see a minute of it. He's doing a trick.
Yeah, there's that rasping work. I hadn't seen it working before.
But Dave, what's the difference in just going ahead and dropping that entire heel and everything? You're saying that those two wheels are straight where you are?
Pretty much.
Because it looks like to me, when I look at that, I think the whole side of the foot is shifted up, not just the heel.
Pretty much.
Probably get hard, but she didn't know you guys were going to have time to do it.
I've just been doing this all day. Yeah, observing.
How's Russ?
Well, it's already passive to the ground. It's
Okay,
not
he's
touching
all,
at all.
a matter of fact, I told him if we do
It's not making ground contact at all.
So Jim is still here now.
So what does that do for the foot? I think that's what she was asking. What's that do for your goal?
This
Yeah.
is actually going to allow this heel to drop down and open up all on its own. And it's going to pull the tubules with it.
Oh, that. Because I'm just like, well, there's no one's going to be here for that. So, you did today? I did. Good.
She's working on her. And she doesn't like to back up. And she'll raise
Why
her
do you
up a
feel
little
the
bit,
need
kinda
to get
open
this?
around,
What's the reasoning behind not
Well,
taking that?
If I weaken it too much, it still has the possibility in softer ground to be pressured in.
Okay.
So I'm leaving this a little flatter so it can resist against outside
And
pressure.
then finally she'll
Gotcha.
take a step or
Okay.
two, and I said, good.
I got one more thing. I've treated a horse like this a
Yes.
lot. Just one more.
I hardly ever touch that.
Well, it's real thin anyway, so it's wearing pretty fast.
If you gauge her wall thickness back here,
Right.
look at how thick it is over here. This heel keeps growing and tipping, growing and tipping, and always putting the pressure on the inside. To me, you can also help this heel if you maybe lower it a little bit, but also thin it back in here this
Well,
way.
it's thin now to the point it's not gonna, for the next 6 weeks,
He's already in there.
Right.
this has already got a good straight growth.
Yeah.
Hopefully by the time it grows down, this heel should be fixed. It shouldn't be flaring out anymore.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So
And
I
I'm
guess
leaving a little bit of sole here just for integrity of the whole foot right now.
But if maybe I'm not getting it, but this is the side that's being compromised.
Well-
This is the side that's pushing it.
Well, no, this is the side that was high that's caused the sheared heel. It was tipping the foot this way, and that's why this was so flared out. You can see how much flare
I
it
got
took.
it.
Okay?
Yep. I would have, just me, I would do this. I would round this.
Well, I got to leave some integrity here because we may go the opposite
But it's
direction.
honking there. Look, to me,
yeah.
it's honking.
But this is so thin, there's nothing for support against the
Well,
heart.
and I think because this side is so.
Now, if you'll look, if you'll look here, you've got a pretty nice natural slope of the wall. Right?
Yeah. And to me, it's just a little thing of following that around to the heel.
Yeah, next trim, then it's really going to be noticeable. The next trim, you'll see exactly what not to take, what to take. Right now is the setup trim.
So when should you do that? In like 2 weeks, 4 weeks?
Next week.
Next week. Okay. So 7
Try
days.
and keep what I just did there for at least a month.
Okay. So it's
And
once
then
a week.
you've
or-
got all our information.
Yes, I do.
Send me pictures.
Okay.
And then I can help you with whoever it is you've got trimming.
Okay.
And you're saying if you would have, and normally on a foot like that, I guess I would have just taken that down, live sole plane on that inside, as far as that, like 2 live sole plane, 2 live, right above live. And I would have really come after this flare from the outside. And you're saying that it would have been too much and allowed the foot to continue, even if I opened that heel and tried to send that inside heel back over there?
All I want to do is tip this foot away. That's my main concern now, that the live sole plane,
That's what you're saying.
yeah, it would have tipped her away because she would have been uncomfortable.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
what
want to
you're
do
saying.
that because I used to do the same thing. I was taught maximum hoof mechanics for maximum contraction issues as far as healing it, but I can't see her next week. If she was at my house, I would have done a lot more. But she's not at my house, unless you want to come and get her. But yeah, you could take that inside down further. It'll drop a lot faster. But if they can stay